Is my PPT is visible to all?
Yes, Karthik, it is visible.
Yes, Mr. Karthik.
Yes, yes, thank you. So now we will see the technical criteria of biomedical equipment maintenance certification scheme. And this scheme, three main people were involved: IMED, AMTZ, and AHPI. So we have developed this document. And about this scheme, it is a voluntary scheme for the biomedical equipment maintenance. And the main purpose of the scheme is to determine the efficacy of maintenance of medical equipment's function after installation, servicing, and repair are done by the organization in accordance with the applicable standards, regulatory, and manufacturing requirements. So this is the main purpose of this scheme. And let's see how this purpose can be achieved. So we have put some criteria to make sure that the maintaining the equipment is in the right manner, as well as it will take care the safety aspects of the patient, because if the equipment is not properly maintained, there are two things can happen. First is that the downtime of the equipment that is not working, and also it can put a hazard for the patient when such equipments are connected to the patient. It may give an incorrect values also. So, and this scheme can be implemented by hospital through biomedical equipment department, biomedical maintenance department, I mean, then maintenance by the original equipment manufacturers, and third-party maintenance provider, whether it is AMC or CMC provider. So these scheme, they can implement it. And the scheme shall not cover implantable medical devices, single-use or disposable medical devices, and the medical device category for software. So these three are not applicable for this scheme. Now, for developing this scheme, we have referred the International Accreditation Forum mandatory document 9. That is one of the reference document we have taken. And in that reference document, we have taken the main technical areas which is applicable for the scheme. These three are not involved, as I said before. That is implantable medical device and single-use or disposable, and the software medical device category. So the main four technical areas that we are talking is, the first one is non-active medical device, then active medical device, that is non-implantable, then IVD, that is IVD instruments, then sterilization method for medical device. So these are the four main technical areas we have taken into account. And in the scheme, we'll be defining it as the category. Okay, so the word, instead of seeing the main technical area in the scheme document, so already the link for the document to be downloaded already shared in the chat box. So you can go through it. So when you go through the document, you will be seeing categories. So main four categories are there. That is, these are the four categories. Now, each category will have the subcategory. For example, the non-active medical device will be having subcategory. And same way, all the other three will be also having subcategory. And each subcategory will be having scheme product category. So this is how the layout is going on. So first, from the category, we will be having a subdivision of subcategory, and from the subcategory we will have the scheme product category. I will show you with an example in the coming up slides. Now this is the medical equipment maintenance process flow chart. So first we will be starting, and we have to select where the device belong, whether it is in the four main category, that is non-active medical device, or active medical device non-implantable, or in vitro diagnostic medical device, or sterilization method for medical device. Now, once you put the device, first we have to understand whether the device is powered or not, whether any electrical supply is coming or not. If it is powered, then it has to perform the electrical safety test as per IEC 62353. That is International Electrotechnical Commission standard, that is 62353. It is actually a medical electrical equipment recurrent test and test after repair of medical electrical equipment. So this standard will be defining the requirements for the electrical safety testing of the medical electrical equipment and system during routine intervals. That means once the equipment is installed, if it is an active device, then what are the safety aspects, electrical safety thing you have to follow it. So that is what it will be covering in this test. Now, the second part is, suppose if it is not medical equipment powered, in that case, you have to perform uh, the checklist. So when I say the perform the maintenance checklist, so there are two checklists are there. That is, one is common or general checklist for the category, each category. So when I say category means these are the four categories that is above I mentioned just before. That is non-active medical device, active medical device, IVD, then sterilization method for medical device. Now, that is each category will have a general check list or common checklist will be there. Then you will be having a checklist for the scheme product category. So I said you have a category. From the category, you will have a subcategory. And from the subcategory, we will be having the scheme product category. So when you are performing the maintenance for a particular equipment, this general checklist as well as the product, a scheme product category, you have to take into account. And suppose if everything is finding, everything is right, then you are in the, you're maintaining the equipment in the right manner. So that is how the process ends. Now let's try to focus about this performance, the performance maintenance as per the checklist for the medical equipment in bit detail, which I have taken two examples to make you understand. Now, I have taken the second main category, that is the category I said is active medical device, non-implantable. So this one, the second one. Now, under that, I said you do have subcategory. So which in the IF MD9 document, you will be calling it as a technical area. But in the scheme, we have used the name is subcategory. So the subcategory included are, these five are coming. That is general active medical devices, devices for imaging, monitoring devices, devices for radiation therapy and thermotherapy, and active medical device other than specified above. If anything that is not falling on the above four, you can put it in the last category. So subcategory, I mean. Now, this is the subcategory. Now, each subcategory, you will be having the scheme product category. For example, to understand, I'm taken the example for monitoring device. So let's say that. So this is the monitoring device. So in the monitoring device, this is the these are the two scheme product category. So in the IAF document, it is product categories covered by the technical area as per the IAF. So here we have mentioned it as scheme product category. So for example, there are two other monitoring device for non-vital physiological parameters, example EGG. Then second one is monitoring devices of vital physiological parameters. For example, patient monitoring system or a multi-para monitoring system. So both are same. Now, these two are the what we call as the scheme product category. So as before I said, you do have to have a two checklists will be there. One is general checklist for the category, and another is checklist for the scheme product category. So this is what I was saying, the scheme product category. So under the monitoring device, so monitoring device is a subcategory. So under that, you do have the scheme product category. So there are two things are there: monitoring device of non-vital physiological parameters and monitoring devices of vital physiological parameters. Now let's say see about how the checklist looks. So what we have put forward, so is minimum. So maybe the hospital, one particular hospital, they can include more points. That is always welcome. But at least minimum this checklist has to be minimum. You have to maintain it. Otherwise, the maintenance process won't be effective. So now I was talking about the second category, that is the active medical device, non-implantable. So this is the general checklist. So what you are seeing in the screen is the general checklist. For example, the first point in the checklist, chassis, verify the physical integrity, cleanliness, and condition. So how you accept it, or you can make it non applicable, or don't accept it. So when you are saying not acceptable, you have to define with an reason why it is not accepted. Now, the same way you do have various test points are there. So here, if I take a general checklist, it is having up to 23 checkpoints are there. Now, and in the last, I have put a note. All the tests shall conform to IEC 62353 standards. So this is what I was saying it. So if it is an active device, okay, especially it is a powered device, then you have to perform this one. But suppose if the first category, that is non-active device, I need not have to do this IEC 62353 test all. So this is only applicable for which are powered one. So this is the general checklist, or I will be calling as common checklist for the active medical device non-implantable. Now you will be having one more checklist, that is the scheme product category. For now, I have taken the subcategory was monitoring device. So under that, you do have two classification where there. That is monitoring device of non-vital physiological parameters and monitoring device of vital physiological parameters. Now, what you are seeing in the screen is the checklist for monitoring device of vital physiological parameters. So you can see that first point, check all the leads and cables, that is ensure that the cables are not twisted. So you are just checking whether the cables are in good condition or not by using a simple multimeter can get the job done. Whether the continuity test, it can clearly ensure that the cables are all in fine condition. So if you see the third point, check vital parameters using required testing device or simulators or analyzers. Now, if you see in the checklist, we have put a star sign. This is as per the specification of the manufacturer, because in the scheme we are not defining what is the requirement of each manufacturers, because uh, from company to company it will be varying it. So that is why as per the manufacturer defined process you have to do it. That is why we have put a star symbol. That is to make sure not that you compile with the manufacturers whatever they have documented in their service manual. So you verify the paper speed and paper sensor is working. Some of the ECG machine you will be having paper sensor, whether paper sensor is in the working or not. So these are some of the checklists that we have formulated. So minimum, I again repeat, it is a minimum, and you can always put more things. But when you put more things, it will be becoming extra. Uh, that is, your device will be maintained in a good manner, more stable, you can say it. Now, this your scheme product category, I will say that 14 plus, sorry, yeah, 14 points are there. So total 14 points are there. So now I will take one more example so that you will be get to know what is this category, subcategory, and scheme product category. Now I'm going to take another subcategory, that is general active medical device. So before I have shown here this one. So this was the subcategory. Now I've taken the first scheme product category, that is general active medical device. Sorry, I'm talking about the subcategory, the first one, that is general active medical device. In that, I do have this many product scheme category. The scheme product category, we have this much. So again, I'll take one example, that is device for stimulation or inhibition. Now, in that, already I have shown the general checklist. This was the general checklist. Now we will see the checklist for the scheme product category, that is for device for stimulation or inhibition. So this, you can see that the first point is paddle continuity, especially it comes to the defibrillator machine. And again, the check the energy delivery at least for 5 to 10 discharge. Again, same for defibrillator machine. So these here under this 15 points are there covered. So this is for the scheme product category, that is especially the device for stimulation or inhibition. Now, this is how you will be able to perform. So these are minimum points, that is checkpoints we have defined in the category. And these documents all are available in the website. You can download it. It is freely, you can download it. You can implement this checklist in the hospital so that the equipment are maintained properly. Now, one more thing I will be talking is the competence requirement for the person responsible for the medical equipment maintenance, because we have to take care of what is the qualification. Whoever taking the maintaining the biomedical equipment, they should have some criteria, that is qualification criteria. So here we have defined it that also. So the organization shall at least one person responsible for the maintenance of the medical equipment as per the scheme requirement. First, it can be a graduate in engineering or pharmacy, at least 18-month practical experience in the manufacturing or quality assurance or testing of medical device after his or her graduation. And the second, it can be a graduate in science, at least again 3 years practical experience in the manufacturing, the same area, the quality assurance or testing of medical device after his or her graduation. The third is it can be a diploma in engineering or pharmacy, at least again 4 years practical experience in the manufacturing, the or quality assurance or testing of medical device after his or her diploma. And finally, suppose a foreign qualification degree is that having a foreign qualification, the quality and the content of the training of which are comparable with those specified in my clause 1, 2, 3, and is permitted to work as competent technical staff. Or for other geographical areas, sometimes it is be specific based on the local regulations. So again, depending upon the geographical area, the qualification and experience shall be as prescribed by the local regulations. And suppose if these three, that is the three clauses, what we have put forward, is not coming into picture, then we have to take into, that is, we should make sure that the person is competent to take care the maintenance activity of the biomedical equipment. So irrespective of the above qualification, it is desirable that the person with other qualification should be certified professional from Indian Biomedical Skill Consortium, that is Certificate in Biomedical Maintenance, or Association for Advancement of Medical Instrumentation, AAMI, that is Certified Biomedical Equipment Technician, or any certification of international equivalence. So this can be from anywhere. That is, for example, ETA certification. So it is also valid. It's an international equivalence. So any international equivalence certificate also it is accepted. But finally, I will put a word, that is final qualification decision rests with the certification body, because who is going to certify for this scheme, that is BME scheme, they will decide it whether the people that you are hired for maintaining the biomedical equipment, whether they are qualified or not. And if you have some other proof to show the justification that these are the right person to take care the maintenance activity, then the CB will be verifying. This shall be supported by the necessary justification such as experience in relevant subcategories. When I say subcategories, means previously we have seen it, right? The each category will have a subcategory, and from the subcategory you will be having the your scheme product category. So the documents are already available in the website. So this is the website. So you can easily go and access the document. So two documents are the technical criteria for the biomedical equipment maintenance certification. Sorry, I mean a technical criteria of biomedical equipment maintenance certification scheme, document number 1, and document 2 will be the annexures for the technical document. So you'll be having some 6 annexures will be there, which will be in another document. So these are the 2 technical documents you will be finding in this link. And the other documents will be the certification process and for the certification body and the AB, that is accreditation body, for them you have other documents are there. So for a hospital point of view, or AMC CMC provider, or the original equipment manufacturer, the main two technical document you have to go through it. That is what is the criteria that is defined, as well as the various annexures. So what I'll do is that I'll just show it so that you will come to know what I'm speaking. So can you see the slide still? Can you see the site website?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So this is the web page, and this is the two document I was saying. That is technical criteria document and the annexures for the technical criteria document. So if you click on it, a window will be popped up, where you will be seeing the technical criteria details. What is the scope, requirements, what are the technical area that we are taken into account. So we have referred the IF MD9 document, so that this scheme is applicable globally. So any part that they can use this scheme. And here we are given the definition for each terms. And so here requirements, everything, traceability. So you can go through it. And in annexure, so in the technical criteria document, we are referring some annexures, so which is your checklist point, that is common checklist point, and the scheme product category checklist. So these are the various annexures that is there in the annexure for the technical document. So in the annexure one, as I was presenting in the PPT itself, there are four main points, that is main areas are taken. That is non-active medical device, active medical device, non-implantable, and in vitro diagnostic medical device, and sterilization method for medical device. Now here in the annexure 2, the table, so which I said, you have a category, then you do have a subcategory, then this is the identification for the subcategory, the numbering, and this is what we call as the scheme product category. Now this is we are also mapped with the Indian medical device regulation category also, so that it can be easily understood where the devices belongs, and you can easily map it. Okay, so these are the for non-active medical device. These are the your scheme product category. So each things we have defined it. So I encourage you to go through it, and hopefully you can get certified. The organization, that is hospital or the MC CMC provider, can get certified for this scheme, and so that it what your maintenance process, what you are doing is the best practice that you are following it. Because when you do this, we won't leave any loopholes. That is the main part. But initially when you try to implement it, it will be, you will be finding there are technical difficulties. But if you are overcoming the technical difficulties, then the maintenance activities that you are doing in the hospitals will be in a best manner, and which will take care the equipment also. So this pretty much the document, you can go through it again, and telling it, it's detailedly it is explained it. And so these are the categories, and these are the equipment list that is taken into consideration. And this equipment list keep on in the coming years, it will be added only, because we will have new devices will be coming. So equipment, so we have considered that one equipment. And I already said that implantable equipment is implantable medical equipments, as well as the disposable or single use are not taken into account. And also the software medical device category is also not taken into account. So these are the checklists, so which I have shown only two examples. Okay, so two example only I've shown. The detail wise, the checklist is there. So you can go through it. And if you see the first part, when it is a non-active medical device, obviously you don't have the IEC 62353, you have to follow it. Only it is coming applicable when it is an active medical device, that is powered one. If it is a powered one, electrically powered one, then you have to make sure that it is conformed, that is IEC 62353 standard. There is no necessity of doing for IEC 6001-1. That is taken care by the manufacturer. Not once after the installation, the minimum requirement is that this. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Any? Okay. So the minimum that is defined is IEC 62353 standard. Now you can go through it. So these are the checkpoints. So we have specified it. So these are the two documents, and this is the competence requirement which I was shown in the PPT. And these are the committee members. So we had all from airport, all areas, people were there from the manufacturing unit, and a biomedical engineer who is working in the hospital point of view, and who is having hospital experience. All were involved for framing up this wonderful two documents. And now in the next part,